Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3 where we last left off. We went off to Sur'Kesh to pick up a Krogan female, but unfortunately the Cerberus group found out that we were doing that, and there was one, and decided to go there and try and either kidnap her or kill her. I think it was to kill her. But we managed to rescue her. Now she's on a ship. We're going to go talk to her at some point. And we're going to go from there. But before that, Merry Christmas everyone! Sorry you didn't hear much from me from Friday to Monday. I was having a off day, you know. I was having an off, 4 days for Christmas. Hopefully you can understand that. If not, then I'm sorry. But we're gonna keep going. You probably won't see this until Tuesday onwards because, like I said, I won't be recording. I'm recording on Monday, but I'm not uploading Monday. I'll be uploading it from Tuesday. So, but yeah, from then on it'll be back to normal. And then, yeah, on into the next year. I hope you all had a good Christmas. Mine was alright. And we're going to keep going. I also got some new... I got some a new component for my computer. Well, replacements. It's just RAM. Now I've got 16 gigabytes instead of 8, so it should run a bit smoother or faster in some places. Not by a lot, but enough, and it'll help with loading stuff in.
Commander, we've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
I see.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Nice.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
Sounds cool.
Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on.
Cool.
Commander?
Any new messages? Looks like I do. What do we have? ANN. Thessia, Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Thanoptis worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arturius several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. Thanoptis believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that had detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. So, if you remember, back when I did Mass Effect 1, this Thanoptis was that Asari that was looking into Reaper indoctrination and replaced the previous doctor before her. That was killed by Saren. We let her go, and she then ended up appearing again in Mass Effect 2, researching with that Krogan to make the perfect Krogan, which is basically Grunt. And then we let her go again. This time, for the 3rd time, she went to help with Reaper technology, but instead of us coming across us, she blows some stuff up and then kills herself. And the thing is, throughout the entire time that we've known her, we never knew or thought that she was indoctrinated, because she wasn't on Saren. She was investigating the indoctrination, and she didn't seem to be indoctrinated, but it may have been a delayed effect. And especially seeing as going into research into Reaper technology, it may have introduced her to something that may have started it up at some point. So she then became indoctrinated. But it's an interesting thing that something that was years later, it's like 5 years after Mass Effect 1, I think, or something, or 2 at least. It's like it only now becomes active, which is, yeah. Major Carey, Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you on Sur'Kesh. Even if the circumstances were less than ideal, it seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I wanted to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises. Regardless of the political climate, you were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favour. Major Kira, 3rd Infiltration. Info for you. Hi Shepard, it's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. I can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. I hope it helps. Shepard, it's getting rough out there. Ferrin. And then news broadcast. Reapers having a tough time on Earth. Good news. In the fight against the Reapers, of human forces fighting back in Los Angeles. A small resistant fighters, M920 Canes. This report comes from news broadcaster Emily Wong, who has been found alive and embedded with the Los Angeles Resistance. Emily, was a well-known and popular news figure on the Citadel, was last reported as MIA after the Reapers destroyed Elmont Airport. Rescue crews managed to free her from the wreckage of her van. This is her first broadcast on release from hospital and comes just before the successful attack on the processing facility. It's great to be back, folks, and apologise for restraining absence. The fighting has been intense, but the rescue crews... resistance groups are currently embedded with mixed forces and alliance group. This is Emily Wong signing off from the front. News of this success has been broadcast to the rest of the military alliance forces, improving morale across the planet. Several sources report that overall the resistance is making headway and that the shock and high casualties of the initial attack, the Reaper advance has slowed as people have begun to get organised. We will continue to provide updates as support. It's a good thing we didn't punch her or something then, I guess. We told her to stay strong and keep going, you know. Now let's go have a chat with people.
The Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and now that's about it. So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too, or the Vorcha?
Sure.
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists.
He's not mad.
Commander.
He's eccentric.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Yeah. It's good that someone's thinking about this, otherwise, you know, we'd get fucked over by our own
Morden
people.
sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right...
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet, The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Hello, Shepard.
Hi, I'm gonna leave you now, because you scared me. Man, I miss upgrading my ship. Then again, it doesn't make sense that you can upgrade a ship in the middle of a war, but at the same time, it also doesn't make sense to have a party. Citadel DLC. Alright, let's go meet with everyone else. See what they got to say. Liara, come talk to me, my blue gal.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
So we got something not on there then, it must be on the other one. Email from Professor Tisha to Dr. O'Dwell or O'Dwell? Something. I was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Well, considering I've just got this, doesn't work. Yara?
Perhaps we can talk later.
You don't want to talk about the Krogan relationship with the Genophage after we end up, getting a cure for them?
At your service.
I mean, I know you're a xenobiologist or something, but come on. Garrus?
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal.
Well...
Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
I've just noticed, but that computer on the left is going very fast.
I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka. Good to see Morden's still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Right, I've never actually seen anyone use these things. Are they stasis pods? Are they escape pods? What are they? I think they're stasis pods.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
I was just talking to him about this.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
Yeah.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my
Through the
patient,
Force?
my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Because,
Don't
Krogans
forget,
have 4 balls.
still need your tissue sample.
That's why it's
I'll
called
be
quad.
back.
At least I think that's it.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species. Maybe with an Shepard. Blood work complete. indicate significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough, fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Good.
So, we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
So the end justifies the means?
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
I'm the one that didn't want to destroy it.
Will always be scientists.
Why are you acting as though you're better than he is or something? You're the fucking one that did it.
Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft.
A teddy
Prefer
bear.
to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her?
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
You've always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat. Outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left. But still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species.
So then everyone
Must
is
improve
sick,
mutagen
but
as well.
cure
Tune
the
hormone
genophage.
production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
Nice talking with you, Morgan.
Unless he just mentioned
Thank
right
you,
there.
Shepard.
I think just there
Glad to
he
be
said
back.
that he was going to try and make it so
Planning
he
to
didn't
stick
do
around
that.
when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I'll keep you to that.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
I get to keep a crystal? I never get to see this crystal, but I want to see it.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Oh?
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the Genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
Huh.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the Genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a Thresher Maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The Genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
I am always thinking what the children of other races would look like. I would love to see them in these games. I mean, they don't show us at all what a baby Krogan looks like. I know it would be hard to do that, but, you know, a baby Krogan, or a baby Asari, or a baby Solarian. I want to see all of these things. You know, see how cute they are, or what they look like when they're very young. And I mean, like, I don't mean... Liara didn't count. She was, like, in her teens in Asari years. But, I mean, like, when you're a baby Asari, like, year 1 or 10 or whatever they call it. Just look how small they are. It'd be cute.
How do you think things will change after the Genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again.
Maybe in Andromeda.
Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the Genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence. Excuses to earn them honor.
Huh. Okay.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the Genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Yeah.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
Yeah.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the Genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Asari Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear.
Huh.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Sure. Oh boy. Let's have a look around just in case there's any...
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Everything okay in the med bay?
Yes. Warren would just like some
Hey, I'm
space
not
to work with
fine.
thee.
Everything okay in the med bay?
you out?
Yeah.
Oh no. I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Hello, Commander.
What are you doing up here?
Commander.
Okay, I was hoping to come in there, you know, offer support, but obviously I'm just the commander. I'm supposed to be the stoic individual that gives you all support on the battlefield. You know, I'm your friends first. Give me a hug, I'll make you feel better. Right, next we go to the engineering bay. We're going to talk to the reporter, see what she has to say about anything.
Hey, just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. I was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
Lose the peace or lose your spot on this ship, Allers.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Thanks, Commander. What's your choice, Allers? Like you said, it's just your opinion, right?
I'll pull it.
Yeah, you know, it's the news. You're not supposed to give opinions, you're supposed to give the facts. Otherwise, we like... Because then, when you're a newscaster, if you give your opinions, it will then be broadcasted as fact, because you're supposed to be giving the facts. So when you're saying something like, oh, it should be that the people in Sector 122 should all die, you know, then it will be a fact, be seen as a fact that they are going to, or something. You know, it's a bit tricky.
Do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither. Commander?
All good, Commander.
Anyway, let's go to it with Javik.
Why are you so interested in my people, Asari?
Protheans are always an enigma, a mystery to solve. I wanted to know what happened to your civilization. Why did such an enlightened race disappear?
Enlightened?
Well, it seemed that way.
And now that I am here...
I wonder what it's like waking up 50,000 years later to a new galaxy.
I believe this cycle cares too much about what other species think. Krogan, Turian, Solarian, all were primitives in my time. What good does their help do now?
We can't win this war on our own.
Then demand their help. Do not indulge their selfish requests. What will saving one Krogan matter?
If only it were that simple.
If they get in your way, destroy them.
Excuse me?
I apologize. The previous occupant of this room left traces of himself. I have absorbed some of them.
Yes, Grunt. He was a strong one. Maybe it's best if I let you recover.
That would be best.
Okay then. So am I gonna get like a Prothean grunt now?
Did I mention Solarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come. The Mordin Solarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one. This Cerberus, I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped.
You know, they're weird. I mean, before they seemed to be wanting to help humanity. This time they just seem to be wanting to help Cerberus rather than humanity. Like, I want to be the one that controls the Reapers.
Sur'Kesh certainly offered me a new experience.
What do you mean?
Normally I'm not one to fly co-pilot, but when an 800-pound Krogan requests to take control of your shuttle, you comply.
Probably wise.
A lot of carbon scoring here. I'll get it cleaned up.
Alright. Carbon scoring, which usually means that it was shot at and then the bullets just grazed it and left marks. At least that's what I think it means. Open. Right, thank you. Give me the collector armor. Can't buy anything there. Striped darkfish, yeah! I'll definitely get the Medigel capacity. Ooh. Dreadnoughts, gimme, gimme, gimme! Pistol scope, shotgun. Oh yeah, I was just on that. I can't afford any of these. A thermal scope. I'll definitely buy this because more damage. And that's about all I can afford. Hey, James.
Wonder what the hell Cerberus was up to on Sur'Kesh. I hear we're headed to Tuchanka. Would love to see how things turn out. I'm just saying. Rex is a badass. I bet he's got some real interesting stories to tell.
Pretty much.
More than something else. His mouth moves faster than a frog on a hot rock in the middle of summer.
What kind of quote is that?
Hey.
Alright. So, we're done with everyone, and now we're going to head somewhere, probably back to the Citadel, because we got some stuff to hand him. But, until then, guys, hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Until then, thank you all for watching, and good night.